It's your boy Time bringing you yet another video, and this time around I will be discussing potential ways to optimize your Trailblaze fuel usage once you get to level 40. Once you hit level 40 and with your Trailblaze power level, you will now be able to get gold artifact, which is good. However, there are still some things you should do between 40 to 45. I suggest recognizing what characters you are going to keep pushing to the next cap, which will be level 70. Usually your main DPS character or your favorite characters will be the ones you want to hit to level 70. The main character is also good to hit level 70 because you get their materials already for free. For 5 stars, you're going to need 20 boss mats, and then for 4 stars, I believe it's 15 boss mats you need. You can collect enough. You can collect all 20 in one day because at Equilibrium 3 you get 3 drops per run and you get a total of 180 Trailblaze power. So with math, 180 divided by 30 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Now you're probably wondering, hey Daitai, you said you could get enough in a day, but 18 is less than 20. Well, unlike in Genshin, you get 6 fuel every 6 minutes, so the rate that you get your fuel to recharge is way better. So then you can actually use like around 210 or like 240 in a day, and then have it be up before you wake up by tomorrow. So you use all 180 on bosses, then you wait like 3 hours, and then you do one more boss run, and then you can get your 5-star boss mats done in that one sitting. If it's a 4-star, the original 180 fuel is more than enough to get your character ready for level 70. After you've figured out who you want to get to level 70, now you gotta get their light cones to level 70. This one is gonna be more difficult because depending on what you have on your account, some light cones will be more valuable to level up than others. I will be using my Sealy as an example for throughout this, so you guys can kind of have a comparison. My Sealy is using the Cruising of the Sea. Although this weapon is good, if I ever manage to get Yang Qing's weapon or swordplay copies, it will be replaced in a heartbeat. So because of that, I am not too much in a rush to level up the light cone. It being at level 60 is fine. After you do that, the next thing on the checklist is traces, and oh boy, traces are getting more and more expensive as we level up. I recommend getting your traces to level 6 to 7, but hear me out, make sure it's the one that heavily impacts your character's performances, and also getting the bonus ability talents. And then the way you do that is by doing your weekly bosses 3 times per week to get those materials, and that will allow you to cut down on as much resources as possible. For my Sealy, as you guys can see, I leveled up everything to level 6 besides my basic attack, because my Sealy 99.9 times of the percent will be using her skill regardless of the situation, because that's where most of her damage comes from. After you get your traces, character mats, and light cone situated, now I will say you are confident enough to go for relics. I'll be giving you guys 2 tips for when it comes to getting relic sets. For now, you want to make sure you're getting the correct main stat, as well as it being on the right set for that character specifically. For me, I always start farming relic sets for my DPS characters because they will benefit the most from getting relics. Let's take another look at my Sealy. For example, let's say I didn't farm any relics. I'll be looking for the Genius of the Brilliant Stars. And then the certain main stats I'd want is for the body, I want crit rate. Boots, I would be looking for attack percentage or speed. And then the orb, I'd want quantum damage percentage. And then for the rope, I would want attack percentage. So I would be just hunting down those main stats. And then after you get the main stats, then you can start narrowing down, like, oh, okay, you want crit damage, crit rate, attack percentage on the subs, and go on from there. But it's better to have a start than not to have a start at all after you've went through the checklist. I will say my biggest mistake is that I didn't do what I'm telling you guys to do. When I hit level 40, I instantly went into relics. I did that for 40 to 45. However, by me doing that, now that I'm level 50, I've only got Sealy level 70. I only have one character level 70. I only have one Lycone level 70. So I'm going to be having these next couple of weeks to actually log back in to get my characters to level 70. I did do boss mats from level 48 to 50, and I managed to get their boss mats to be level 70. I just don't have the EXP books or Lycone EXP books to get them their weapons to level 70. And then my second tip for relics is that I will do the caverns that will benefit the majority of your characters. So let's say you happen to be one of the few people who have well, and then you also have Hook as your fire DPS and Ohimiko. That cavern value skyrockets for you because you can use both sets that the cavern is holding, and then you just apply that logic to the rest of your account for the characters who you prefer to use or you want to use. And that's it. With that being said, I hope my checklist helped you guys. I recently just hit level 50 and I decided to share my thoughts. I've been low-key waiting to do this kind of video because after hitting 50, it's like, you gotta spread that wise wisdom. With that being said, it's your boy Datai signing out. Deuces.